The soil is still fresh above you. The sound of footsteps, voices and muffled cries fades away. The people who loved you, who wept over you, who promised they'd never leave you, they've gone home. The grave is sealed. The world above continues, but for you everything has stopped. You are alone, alone with nothing but the truth of who you were. The darkness is complete. The air feels heavy. You try to move, but you can't. Panic rises in your chest, but there's no escape. Then suddenly, the silence shatters. A feeling of presence fills the space, and fear grips you like a vice. You sense them before you see them. Two beings appear, not like any human you've ever known. Their appearance is overwhelming, neither monstrous nor gentle, but something far beyond description. You know who they are. They are here for one purpose. They don't need to introduce themselves. Deep down, you knew this moment would come. You knew the day you'd face them here in this darkness. They are the keepers of truth, and they have no interest in your excuses, your reputation, or your titles. They are here for you, the real you. The first question comes. It cuts through the air like a blade, shaking your soul to its core. Who is your Lord? Your heart pounds. The answer should be simple, but it isn't about reciting facts or memorized words. It's about what your heart lived by. Your soul knows the truth, and in this moment, it speaks louder than your mind. If you spent your life pretending that wealth, status, or people's opinions ruled over you, that's what your heart clings to now. If you lived chasing desires, convincing yourself that life had no creator, that there was no higher purpose, your heart reveals that now. And no amount of rationalizing can save you, because here, lies don't exist. Only truth remains. If your Lord was the one who created you, who gave you life and countless chances to return to him, your heart will declare it. But if you ignored him, buried him under your distractions, your silence now is deafening. Fear grips you tighter. You realize that what you worshipped in life is what defines you now. The second question comes, and it is no less piercing. What is your religion? The question isn't asking for labels or affiliations. It asks, what shaped your actions, your choices, your morals? Did you follow a path of truth, seeking the one who created you, submitting to his guidance? Or did you follow your own desires, claiming freedom while chaining yourself to the fleeting pleasures of the world? You remember how you brushed off those thoughts of a higher purpose, how you rolled your eyes at those who reminded you to reflect. You justified everything, told yourself that life was just about being happy, successful, entertained. But happiness fades, success crumbles, entertainment ends. And now, in this silence, the weight of that choice presses down on you like a boulder. Your heart speaks again, and if you live by a path of submission to the Creator, your answer flows. If not, your confusion is your testimony. There is no pretending now. The truth you ignored is the only thing that remains. The third question comes, what do you say about the man who was sent to you? A figure flashes in your mind, a man whose name you knew, maybe one you dismissed as a relic of the past. He was sent with a message, a warning, a guidance for all humanity. He taught the purpose of life, the reality of death, the way to your Creator. But did you listen? Did you care? You think of those moments when you heard his words, when his message reached your ears, inviting you to reflect, to seek, to return to the one who made you. Maybe you brushed it off. Maybe you thought you'd explore it later, but later never came. The truth he brought was a key to this moment, and you left that key behind. If you believed in him, if you accepted his message, your heart will bear witness. But if you mocked, doubted, or ignored him, the weight of regret suffocates you now. You realize that he wasn't just a man of history, he was a guide for you, a light that you chose to leave behind. Now silence fills the grave. The questions have been asked, the answers have been given, not with words, but with the reality of your life. Your deeds rise up, surrounding you, sealing your fate. There is no judge, no jury, no appeals, just truth, raw, undeniable truth. A realization crashes into you. Life was a test, a chance to prepare for this very moment. You think of all the distractions, the endless pursuits that stole your attention. You think of the times your heart whispered to turn back, to seek the Creator, to live for something greater, and you ignored it. The regret is sharper than any pain you felt before, because now you see that everything you chased was dust, and everything you ignored was your salvation. The grave either tightens around you or expands into a space of peace. You either feel the crushing weight of regret or the relief of mercy. You long to go back, to whisper to your past self, don't waste a second, don't ignore the truth. Live knowing this moment is real, but time is gone, choices are sealed, and now you are left with what you lived for. The darkness settles, but it isn't the end, it's the beginning of an eternity shaped by the truth you embraced or denied.